breathing the cool air of the 2 a.m. streets, a distant hum of the sleeping city below, shadows stretching out across the empty pavement. We are just ghosts fading into the neon glow. The street light flickers in a rhythm of its own. I trace the dashboard while I'm driving all alone. The skyline bleeds a purple hue into the black. I leave the noise behind, I'm never looking back. A heavy bassline thumping softly through the floor. I pass the closed up cafes and the corner store. The world is quiet, wrapped inside a silver chill. Time slows right down, the rushing wind is standing still. And frequencies rise, catching my heavy breath, floating on the edge of the night. Nothing is left. A sudden spark in the wild, a ghost in the sound. My feet are lifting so high above the solid ground. I'm lost inside the echoes in the dark, a silent rhythm beating through my heart. The city lights are melting into gold, a beautiful illusion I can hold. I'm dancing with the shadows on the wall. I close my eyes and let the timeline fall. I'm lost inside the echoes in the dark, a silent rhythm beating through my heart. The vinyl crackles like a fire in my mind. I search for pieces of the dream I left behind. The amber glow of traffic signals blinking red. A million unspoken words are swimming in my head. The electric piano plays a lonely velvet chord. The solitude is everything I'm moving toward. The glass is cool against the fever of my skin. I open up the window, let the midnight in. The frequencies rise, catching my heavy breath, floating on the edge of the night. Nothing is left. A sudden spark in the wild, a ghost in the sound. My feet are lifting so high above the solid ground. I'm lost inside the echoes in the dark, a silent rhythm beating through my heart. The city lights are melting in the gold, a beautiful illusion I can hold. I'm dancing with the shadows on the wall. I close my eyes and let the timeline fall. I'm lost inside the echoes in the dark, a silent rhythm beating through my heart. The kick drum fades and leaves me drifting out to sea. Just whisper melodies between the night and me. I surrender to the space where all the time suspends, where the broken pavement shatters and the skyline ends. Wash right over me, a tidal wave of standing stillness. Here all these days invisible in a corner store. slowly fading into dust. A quiet whisper in the night I finally trust, melting away into the velvet midnight black. Just shadows now, and there is no way back.
City breeze below the static, a hollow hum inside the dark. We leave our shadows in the attic, just floating on a single spark. Midnight spills across the empty pavement, the streetlights flicker in a golden row. We are escaping from the day's enslavement, surrendering to where the heavy currents go. Your profile painted in the passing neon, a quiet language in the way you breathe. This is the frequency we set our scene on, the secret underworld we weave beneath. The temperatures in the back of my mind, we leave the edges of the morning behind. I feel the heavy water pulling me deep, awake inside a lucid dream in our sleep. We are lost in the velvet night, slipping through the fingers of the fading light, caught inside the rhythm of the hollow space, tracing every shadow on your glowing face. We are lost in the velvet night, let the deep bass swallow every fear inside, hypnotized together by the endless sound. Feet are levitating high above the ground. The vinyl crackle is a soft confession, a muted heartbeat in the leather seat. We find our refuge in this dark obsession, and let the isolation feel complete. The skyline shimmers like a distant ocean, the windows down to let the winter in. We are a photograph of slow emotion, a brush of electricity upon the sketches in the back of my mind. We leave the edges of the morning behind. I feel the heavy water pulling me deep, awake inside a lucid dream in our sleep. We are lost in the velvet night, slipping through the fingers of the fading light, caught inside the rhythm of the hollow space, tracing every shadow on your glowing face. We are lost in the velvet night, let the deep bass swallow every fear inside, hypnotized together by the endless sound. Feet are levitating high above the ground. Close your eyes and let the colors bleed. This is the only kind of air we need, a steady pulse to wash the world away, a midnight promise that we will not sleep. A sense scatter like a rising tide, nowhere to run, nowhere left to hide. We are lost in the velvet night, slipping through the fingers of the fading light, caught inside the rhythm city sleeps, but the pulse remains. Static in the air, shadow in the rain. Breathe in the glow of the ambient street. Let the frequencies flow from your head to your feet. Headlights trace the empty avenues underneath the sky of deep obsidian blues. We are drifting through the quiet, hollowed streets, moving to the rhythm of our own heartbeats. Glass and concrete blur into a midnight haze, lost inside this beautiful and endless maze. There's no destination, nowhere else to be, just the silver moon, the shifting shadows and me. Echoes bouncing off the empty walls. I can hear the way the silence calls. Time is melting in the heavy air, slipping out of focus, floating anywhere. Falling to the midnight velvet, wrap the shadows tight around my soul. Falling to the midnight velvet, let the deep bass take complete control. We are glowing in the ultraviolet, riding on a wave we cannot see. Falling to the midnight velvet, lose yourself to find your sanctuary. Steam's rising from the cooling metal gratings. The waking world can hold its breath and simply wait. Footsteps echo lightly on the cobblestone. In the sonic frequency, we are never alone. A sudden flash of amber from the traffic lights, painting golden halos in the middle of the night. Every drop of falling rain becomes a metronome. This hitchhike paradise is exactly like a home. Echoes bouncing off the empty walls. I can hear the way the silence calls. Time is melting in the heavy air, slipping out of focus, floating anywhere. Falling to the
heavy sigh. Static lingers in the empty air. I close my eyes to catch the rhythm, sinking down into the violet dark. Streetlights bleed into the damp concrete. A quiet hum beneath my heavy feet. The world above is locked behind closed doors, while shadows dance upon the polished floor. I trace the skyline with an idle hand, a lonely ghost inside a sleeping land. The glowing sounds are fading to a bird, and everything is softer than it were. Feel the frequency rising up through the ground, lost inside the space where we cannot be found. The echo of the night is a beautiful sound. Let the heavy gravity pull us around. Caught inside the velvet midnight buzz. Nothing else matters, nothing else. Drifting on the waves of synth and gold, watching as the mysteries unfold. Caught inside the velvet midnight pulse, shedding every layer that is false. Breathing in the rhythm, breathing deep, falling through the waking world to sleep. A passing car becomes a distant wave. The empty avenue becomes a cave. I find a sanctuary in the tone, and a little piece of heaven on my own. The amber glow is washing over me, a silent ship upon an inland sea. I leave the echoes of the day behind and let the bassline settle in my mind. Feel the frequency rising up through the ground, lost inside the space where we cannot be found. slows down to a single breath. Shadows stretch across the empty avenue. Colors bleed slowly through the heavy fog. I close my eyes and let the current pull me in. Street lights flicker like a dying star. I leave my worries at the open door. Footsteps echoing inside the dark. A heavy rhythm rising from the floor. The velvet sky is dripping indigo. I lose my shadow in the alleyway. A quiet magic starting to unfold. Washing bridges in my life. The bass is rolling like an ocean wave. It pulls me deeper into the groove. There is a secret that the silence gave, and in the darkness I begin to move. We are floating on the neon tides, where the light and the rhythm collide. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. We are floating on the neon tides, where the light and the rhythm collide. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. Reflections shimmer on the waiting glass. A sudden shiver running down my spine. I watch the hours and the minutes pass, but time is nothing in this strange design. The heavy air is tasting sweet and cold. A silver smoke is rising from the street. This is the only heaven I can hold. Inside the pocket of a steady beat, the bass is rolling like an ocean wave. It pulls me deeper into the groove. There is a secret that the silence gave, and in the darkness I begin to move. We're floating on the neon tides, where the light and the rhythm collide. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. We're floating on the neon tides, where the light and the rhythm collide. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. Can you feel the frequency rising? A silent storm waking in the deep. The colors are slowly colliding. They promise the shadows will keep. Let go of the weight you are carrying. Fall into the rhythm sleep. We are floating on the neon tides, where the light and the rhythm collide. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. We are sinking in the velvet sea, where the pulse is finally setting us free. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. Just a whisper in the static now. The glow dissolves into the dark, drifting away on from the frequency. Silence is the only sound left. The city sleeps, but the rhythm breathes. Exhale the daylight, let the shadows bleed. We are drifting on a midnight velvet sea. Close your eyes, just follow me. Streetlights blur into golden lines across the glass. Watching all the tired faces slowly fading past. I can feel the heavy air finally starting to clear. There is nothing but the frequency that we can hear. The bass is humming beneath the soles of my shoes, washing away the static and the evening blues. Every heartbeat aligns with the muted kick drum. This is the sanctuary where the night becomes numb. The pressure drops as we cross the borderline. We leave the chaos of the waking world behind. Just let the tempo take control of your mind. A hypnotic sanctuary by design. Sink into the midnight veil, let it pull you under. Wrapped inside the warmth of a silent thunder, floating through the dark on an electric wave. This is the quiet kind of freedom that we sink into the midnight veil. Lose your sense of time, let the melody and memory slowly intertwine. We are shadows moving softly through the chill, where the rhythm never stops and time stands still. Headlights cut through the mist of the avenue, painting the pavement in a quiet shade of blue. The electric piano echoes through the empty street, synchronized with every breath and every single beat. I let my shoulders drop and release the heavy weight, surrender into the magic of this altered state. We are ghosts in the machine, running on the breeze, finding all our comfort in these lower frequencies. The pressure drops as we cross the borderline. We leave the chaos of the waking world behind. Just let the tempo take control of your mind. A hypnotic sanctuary by design. Sink into the midnight velvet, let it pull you under. Wrapped inside the warmth of a silent thunder, floating through the dark on an electric wave. This is the quiet kind of freedom that waits. Sink into the midnight velvet, lose your sense of time, let the melody and memory slowly intertwine. We are shadows moving softly through the chill, where the rhythm never stops and time stands still. The filter opens up and lets the starlight inside. We are riding on the crest of an endless tide. Harmonies rushing away like glass in the rain, washing out the echoes of the daytime pain. Hold your breath and let the atmosphere expand. We are drifting far away to an unseen land. Sink into the midnight veil, let it pull you under. Wrapped inside the warmth of a silent thunder, floating through the dark on an electric wave. This is the quiet kind of freedom that we sink into the midnight veil. Lose your sense of time, let the melody and memory The world is asleep, but we are awake. Falling slowly into the rhythm of the dark. Let the unseen current pull you under. Midnight paints the city in a shade of blue. I trace the glowing lines that lead me back to you. The concrete softly hums beneath my heavy feet. I lose my sense of time inside this empty street.
cosmos on a silver thread, following the music where my soul is led. The city breeze in neon green and blue, a distant heartbeat shaking through the floor. I close my eyes to find the ghost of you, lost inside the rhythm once again. The clock is striking 2 upon the wall. I watch the headlights paint the empty street. I'm waiting for a voice that doesn't call, just listening to the rhythm of my heartbeat. The smoke is rising slowly to the ceiling, a velvet curtain drawn across the night. I'm running from this overwhelming feeling, hiding from the harsh and morning light. The bass is pulling me under the tide, nowhere to run and there's nowhere to hide. I feel the static, the spark in the air. I turn around but you're no longer there. I'm dancing with these neon shadows, spinning in the midnight blue, lost inside the deep house echoes. Every beat belongs to you. I'm moving through the lonely, crowded room, swept away inside the rhythmic gloom. I'm dancing with these neon shadows, hoping that they lead to you. A glass of something bitter on the ice, reflecting all the fractures in my mind. I try to lose myself and pay the price, leaving all these broken memories behind. The DJ plays a track we used to know, a melody that cuts right through my chest. I let the heavy rhythm take control, hoping that my aching soul can finally rest. The bass is pulling me under the tide, nowhere to run and there's nowhere to hide. I feel the static, the spark in the air. I turn around but you're no longer there. I'm dancing with these neon shadows, spinning in the midnight blue, lost inside the deep house echoes. Every beat belongs to you. I'm moving through the lonely, crowded room, swept away inside the rhythmic gloom. I'm dancing with these neon shadows, hoping that they lead to you. Time is standing still here in the dark, just a lonely frequencies across my heart. If I keep on moving, I won't fall apart. The strings are swelling up into the sky. I let the music be my alibi. No, I won't let this midnight pass me by. I'm dancing with these neon shadows, spinning in the midnight blue, lost inside the deep house echoes. Every beat belongs to you. I'm moving through the lonely, crowded room, swept away inside the rhythmic gloom. I'm dancing with these neon shadows, hoping that they lead to you. Shadows fade away into the gray, just an echo of the words I couldn't say. The heartbeat slows down in the empty space, alone again without your sweet embrace.